What's up, it's IronGoodDrone.com, and today I'm going to be doing a modification to my Tarantula X6, which is the JJRC H16, and I'm going to be adding on some landing gear because I don't like the standard landing gear that the Tarantula comes with. It's junk, it tips over, it breaks off, the screws are weak. So what I did is I went ahead and I purchased some landing gear online. Full disclaimer, this is not my idea. I saw this video online and figured I'd give it a try myself. And I picked these up. It's SK80, and I believe these are F450 and F550, which are for actually the DJI Phantom. Some legs for that. This will not natively fit on the Tarantula, so we're going to have to make some modifications in order to get to be able to do it. You don't need a lot of tools, very little in fact. Basically I've got some electrical tape. I got obviously this, comes in a pack of 4 for the landing gear. Zip ties, you'll need more than this, about 4 per leg. You'll need some sort of razor blade so you can cut off any zip ties that you have mistakes on. I have needle nose pliers so I can trim off the excess on my zip ties. And then I have a pair of just cheap scissors with a smaller tip on the end to bore out the actual holes. When you get these, the holes are not big enough to actually stick a zip tie through. So you're going to have to make some modifications on them in order for that to happen. So here's a standard one, and I'll show you. If I try to put the zip tie through, it's not going to happen. You're going to have a real tough time putting it through. So what you do is you take these cheap scissors and you stick the scissors through like so, and then you just move in a circular motion back and forth, and you can bore out these holes in no time at all. On each leg it'll probably take you about a minute or so. But now what this allows me to do, stick the zip tie through here, come back down over the tarantula arm, go through the hole, and now I can actually zip tie. If I can get in there while watching, I can actually zip tie this here, here, and here. I'm going to be zip tying here, and I'll be sticking a zip tie through here, and I'll actually show you on the Tarantula so you can get a better look. You might want to cut in some notches below if you're planning on putting the zip tie down here, as well as you might want to cut in some notches in here too to try to make this thing as stable as possible whenever you do put it on the Tarantula. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Tarantula and show you one of the ones that I've already completed. So this is on the bottom of the Tarantula. This Tarantula is not going to win a beauty contest, but that's not what it's for. It's for flying, getting some aerial photography on, one of the cheapest quadcopters out there that'll lift a GoPro or a GoPro knockoff. So as you can see, I have the 2 zip ties running through there. I have a zip tie running through the big hole here. And my angle on these landing gears is basically, this angle is running parallel with the light as well as the prop guard on here. And I have seen the other videos where they're putting this flush here, but if you look at it, it really doesn't give you much more cushion than what you already got. And then this excess right here will get in the way of the battery. It seems more logical to have the 2 big holes there, but instead, just boring these out and then lining it up here is going to give you, the max height with your feet on this landing gear. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this to the remaining left on here, and go ahead and show you just on one of them, and then we'll see how it holds up. And then I'll probably put some tape, electrical tape, around this area here just to secure it, to keep it from sliding, because on this is not a flat surface. On your Tarantula it comes to a point here, there's an edge, and so we just want to make sure that this thing is is secure and it's not going to be sliding around. So I might speed the video up just for better viewing when I go ahead and start working on this. Okay, so I just finished putting all the legs on. So we got all 4 aftermarket legs zip tied to each of the arms of the Tarantula. We got a nice sturdy base. I don't see this thing falling one way or the other if I come down, depending on how I land. The standard or native landing gear for the Tarantula, it's so narrow, it's right in this range here. If you hit wrong, it breaks off or it flips over, but this gives me a very, very, very nice sturdy base, especially coming down sometimes hard due to the weight of the camera on top. So as you can see, I went with the 4 zip ties. So 1 through this back hole here, 1 through this hole here, and then I bored out these 4 holes that are on this landing gear that you can, I assume, bolt into or screw into the DJI Phantom. Instead, I bored them out, put the zip ties around there to give me the best hold possible. Feels very, very sturdy. Probably put 1 or 2 rounds of some electrical tape on there just to make sure that it's in the right place, and over time one of these legs doesn't start buckling or sliding, because this is not an even edge that I'm trying to put these on. I probably could have maybe cut some grooves in here. That might have helped it stick in there a little bit more. But for the most part, very happy with the new legs on here. Gonna have to see how it's gonna fly. But the only downside to this design is that in order to work on this thing again, it's going to be a lot of work to get everything off. So hopefully I won't have any issues anytime soon, be able to continue to fly. So I'm going to take this thing out for some test flights, showing off the new landing gear on there, and we'll see how it handles. If this video helped you out in any way, definitely give it a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos, repairs, as well as unboxings and reviews.